Hey, Ryan with Square Bourbon. Just a quick video on this 32-inch light bar that I got for my Suburban. It's a 32-inch light bar, as you can see here. And it also comes with two of these guys that mount to point outwards. Like I think they call them ditch lights. So, and it looks pretty good so far. I've looked kind of through it. It comes with a relay and the wiring harness. It's got a fuse on it, and these hook to your battery terminals, which I have battery terminals, so I could do that. And then there's a long. There's three of these, one for each light. But the problem is that these lights. So there's a spade terminal here, right? Which is great. There should be spade terminals on that. Unfortunately, let's see if I can get it here. There's no spade terminals. So, that kind of doesn't work if there's no spade terminal on this. How am I supposed to connect it to the spade terminal on the wiring harness? And thankfully, it's got this nice looking rocker switch. So that's pretty cool. I'm not sure if I'm going to use this rocker switch. I might actually just drill a hole in my dash and put a regular switch. I have a bunch of switches I bought and got used, salvaged from different items throughout the years. So I'm not sure if I'm going to use this rocker switch. But either way, whether I do or not, it doesn't really matter. And it does come with the mounting brackets. The mounting brackets for the main light bar. And then mounting brackets for each of the smaller ones. But thankfully, in the stuff that I purchased from Rock Auto, I got this terminal kit. And I got this terminal kit and also a ratcheting crimper. So I'm pretty excited to use this to solve this problem. Also, from reviews online, I've learned that these end caps are not necessarily watertight or aren't watertight. So I'm going to be pulling these end caps off and RTVing them and then reinstalling them. So anyway, that's going to be the project over the next couple of days because I'd like to have this when I go camping this weekend. So I'd like to have this installed and ready to go. Anyway, so just thought I'd share what's up and quick little update. Of course, all the brake stuff is here, but I haven't had rear brakes for a little while, and I'm not sure how long it's going to take me to do. So, given the schedule that I have, it's Tuesday night. I've got to prepare tomorrow night for the camping trip, and then Thursday night I've got stuff to do, and then Friday night we're leaving. So after work, so I really don't have time to do the brakes. So I'll be doing those when I get back, but this I'm going to try to get done tomorrow night. So I'll take pictures and video and do a quick update on the channel. Anyway, thanks for watching. Oh, and I'll put a link below to this, by the way, and so you can see it. It was all this was $65, which is not bad. So anyway, thanks for watching. All right, so we've got the switch mounted in the place where the ashtray used to go. It's just hot glued there for now. That's very temporary. Going to be redoing all of that. Different switches and whatnot. That runs under the dash and then goes through the firewall. I'll go ahead and lock this up. And that goes through the firewall just below where the speedometer cable goes in. It's right there. That's a 3/4 inch hole for a grommet. And then it goes through. It's zip tied here, goes through here, and across the firewall. And then went down the fender and is zip tied to the fender there. Took up the slack there. There was some. I had to lengthen that by about 3 feet. I just added, 3.5, 4 feet to make sure I had enough slack. And there's the relay for it. And then you can see where it attaches to the terminals here. And this one is woefully short. I am going to lengthen that. It's not a high priority. It works for now. but I'm going to lengthen that by probably 6 or 8 inches. And anyway, it works. So the stock wiring isn't the greatest, but it's good enough for now. And if I decide to add a lot more accessories, I've already got my grommet there and a place to run proper wiring that's better than this, which I may do in the future. So anyway, that's it. The light bar does work fine, and boy, it sure lights up the night. Sure love it. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll put the link in the description below to the lights I used, and also to the I think that's just it, to the lights. So zip ties and a drill, and I did use a step drill, a Harbor Freight step drill, to get that 3/4 inch hole. Made quick work of that. Okay, now that I've done all that, would I do it again the same way? And the answer is probably not. Knowing what I know now, which I've never done a project like this, mind you, so it's all a learning thing for me. Knowing what I know now, I would probably go ahead and keep the relay and some of that wiring, but the relay would be, yeah, I'd keep some of it. But instead of running all that stuff into the truck, all 3 wires, I would run 1 wire from the battery into the truck into a fuse block, maybe a 16 or 14 gauge wire, probably 14 gauge, into a fuse block with 10 amp fuses in it. And then I would power a switch from one of those fused connections and then run that back to the relay under the hood. And that switch would turn on. And that's what I'm going to end up doing. All the stuff where I extended it and everything else, I'm going to be running some more accessories. So I don't want to have to do that again. Like keep running multiple connections in. I'm going to run 1 main power bus in, or power line in, to an aftermarket fuse block, and then power everything from that. So that's the idea. However, the light itself, if I had just purchased the light by itself, I think it would have been a better deal. If they even sell it that way, which I'm not sure they do. But if you've never done it before and you want to start, you don't want to have to do everything from scratch. I think this is good. The only thing it did is it didn't include all the connections to make it happen. Like had to put spade terminals on the light bar and stuff, which is kind of a disappointment. It should have come with that. And it couldn't work as it was because of the size of my truck and everything else in the layout. So, but it's a good learning experience, and the light bar works great. So, yeah, I guess I'd buy it again. I would just probably customize the wiring. So, anyway, I hope this was helpful. Thank you for watching. Take care.